Pikwa kali Henry Pim nang rai kanu pintin, ki kali tata ki dei ba pinhun ba Frank Motors ka dei showroom ba pin Meghalaya ka jylla. A Frank Motors showroom pilaban jet punjai ki kali tata, wan ka Frank Motors ban sngau kumla ka jong, bat pi ringkat ki ba i jong pi ki jingan ka jingle jingwan, da ka ba shong kali ha ki kali layo e ka 5-star GNCAP rating ha ka safety. Visit ka Frank Motors like Korni Shillong, ne call hakini number harum.
Ka kunhun menteri jongga sorkar MDA2 menda ka sitho ding ka absantre gunailar kalapan Bnai ya ki keteng jong kisan ngut ki dekat ka expert committee ki ban Bishar bnya ya ga jing penbai thama ya ka state job reservation policy agane ka committee ki don arngut ki riu shampang ba hikai haslong kat balai ngut ki dei na kiwei pat ki jylla ka menteri ka bedai ru kanong aiktin jongga sorkar ka Dr. M Amprin Lingdo kala itu baya kani ka committee unclear daw justice retired Mulchan Gak ubare unong Bishar barim ka Madhya Pradesh High Court kumu chairman bar ki dikot kin kunthop ya justice retired Dr. Satish Chandra ubare unong Bishar barim ka Allahabad High Court o Professor D.V. Kumar ubade na ka Department of Sociology Nehu Shillong Professor Chandar Shekhar ubade na ka Department of Fertility and Social Demography IPS Mumbai but Professor Subhadip Mukherjee ubare Assistant Professor of Economics and Public Policy IIM Shillong ka menteri ka bedai ru ka chairperson jong ka reservation rooster committee ka laong baga kam jong ka committee ka dei ban puli pnya ya ka reservation policy ka ba menta jong ka jylla bat ban pha ya ki jing ai jing bot ha ka bai dei bat ka jing pen bai thamai ka laong ba ka committee ka nya kandu ru ya baro ki badon benta ban sngap ya ki jing kwa ba ya ki jing ai jing mot kinthop par ki seng sain perthai kiseng balam kiseng Tremon Sobha bat kibai ki bala ban ai jing mot habakli ya ka jing bam kuntup ya ki trairi bandon hakani ka committee ka menteri ka laong ba ka jing bam thung ya ki trairi ki badai na ki khasi bat Garo ka long ban light na ka jing ya sha liang Shushu kala itu bakala bo por ya ka expert committee ban Pyndep ya ka jing Bishar bat ban ai jing mot hapo ka shisnem la ban penpau ba ka ni ka jing thung jong ka sarkar ya ka expert committee ka long hadin balami ka jing dawa ka bajur ban penbai thamai ya ka an bhakam lani ka state job reservation policy jong ka jylla.
The first item is the constitution of the expert committee for the state reservation policy. It has been decided in the cabinet that the chairperson of this committee shall be Justice retired Mulchan Gak. Members will include Justice retired Dr. Satish Chandra as an expert member in constitutional law, Professor D.V. Kumar for expert member in sociology from Nehu, Professor Chandra Shekhar for expert member in population studies from the Department of Fertility and Social Demography, Indian Institute of Population Sciences, Mumbai, and the fifth member shall be Professor Subhadip Mukherjee, an expert from economics, IIM Shillong. No, so now obviously once you've announced the constitution of this committee, then all political parties will obviously have to step up, and NGOs, civil society, everybody will be called by this by the news expert committee, and we've told you that their terms of references are very clear. They will look at the suggestions, views, opinions of stakeholders across the state and accordingly submit these suggestions, views to the government of Meghalaya for further action.
It appears that indigenous experts were neglected by the government in constituting the committee. There are no indigenous experts here.
You see, now the problem here is that the moment you use the word indigenous, then there will be some amount of bias. So to avoid this bias concept, we feel that we should leave it to experts which will be in position to actually take views on board and solicit views from different groups. So it will be difficult for us if we have to keep expanding it. How many kinds of indigenous representations do you want in a committee like this? Because we are looking at a wide range of varieties of groups that will want to also suggest to the expert committee. Best thing is get experts in the line departments. What are the line departments? The legal, the constitutional, the demographic, the anthro, and the population count. So let us look at all of this. Let us see. Let's start the ball rolling. 12 months will be given to this committee. Hopefully, we will have some idea. Let it at least start.
So pending the findings of the committee, the present system will continue. The
Yes.
roster system.
Yes, already cabinet has approved the roster system, and that roster system will be in operation. These are just views and observations that they will pick up, because everybody has that feeling that we should be given an opportunity to speak on this matter. Government has benevolently constituted this committee with the hope that whatever is done in the interest of the people in the state of Meghalaya.
But there are people who said that they don't need to provide suggestions and all. In that case, will it not harm the function of this committee that has to again take up with the expert committee?
BPP to be very specific.
I don't know what you're talking about. We saw a huge opinion being raised about the state reservation policy. We as a government feel that, let us find out. Can any of these suggestions be made practical? Can you apply them somewhere? Is it possible to review this whole thing? And we will have nothing to say with people or individuals who don't want to participate. We ourselves have said that the political committee set up for the purpose was inadequately expertise. So we have said that we are not experts and we cannot take up this matter. So we are bringing in the experts. So yes, that will cease to operate.
It will cease
Yeah,
to
no?
operate your committee?
Yes.
So in that case, but you keep on saying that political parties should submit their views and suggestions to your committee.
Yeah, so they've submitted and we hand them over to this expert committee.
So in that case, it will hand in hand exist.
No, now we will have a secretary who will be from the law department, who will make sure that all the logistics, the requirements, the suggestion, the appointments from interested parties shall be made. We already have somebody there. Mr. Dingdo from the law department will liaison on behalf of the committee with citizens.
So before the finalization of the chairman and other members of the expert committee, how many representation you have received, your committee headed by you have received petitions or suggestions from political parties?
2,
Only
if I
which-
remember correctly. Yeah.
Only which party?
KNUM had submitted some things, very skeletal submission, and UDP. A detailed submission was given.
So
by
your committee is close now to receive suggestions.
Yes, it will now go through to the expert.